Hello, St. Anne Parish, and welcome to this week's Quick Things video. Our primary announcement is a reminder of Mass celebrated at 4 p.m. Saturday and 9:30 a.m. Sunday. A link to sign up for Mass is included with this email. Beyond that, our staff would like to offer an opportunity of prayer as the Church celebrates a significant feast today of one of its apostles.
Today, July 22nd, on the Church's calendar, is the Feast of St. Mary Magdalene. She is recognized as the Apostle to the Apostles.
A prophet woman broke a jar by love's divine anointing. With rare perfume she filled the room, presiding and anointing. A prophet woman broke a jar, the sneers of scorn defying. With rare perfume she filled the room, preparing Christ for dying.
We read in the Gospel of Mark. When the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene and the others brought spices to anoint the body of Jesus. And very early on the first day of the week, when the sun had risen, they went to the tomb. When they looked up, they saw that the stone, which was very large, had been rolled back. As they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in white. He said to them, "You are looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He has been raised. Go and tell his disciples and Peter that he is going ahead of you." So the woman fled and said nothing to anyone, for they were afraid.
Mary Magdalene is unique. She alone of all the women and men are honored by the Church is called the Apostle to the Apostles. Because an apostle is someone who reports good news, who shares what others do not know, who guides others to a new, life-changing, life-restoring awareness, who overcomes fear to report, to share, to guide.
A faithful woman left a tomb by love's divine commission. She saw, she heard, she preached the word, arising from submission. A faithful woman left a tomb with resurrection gospel. She saw, she heard, she preached the word, apostle to apostle.
We read in the Gospel of Luke. On the first day of the week, at early dawn, the women came to the tomb. They found the stone rolled away, but they did not find the body. Two men in dazzling clothes stood beside them, and the women were terrified. The men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here, but has risen." They returned from the tomb and told all this to the 11 and to all the rest. It was Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary, the mother of James, and the other women with them who told this to the apostles.
Mary Magdalene's story mirrors the experience of many. Those who faithfully endure in the shadows, those whose words and witness are ignored, rejected, or misunderstood. Those whose talents and potential remain untapped and uncelebrated. those who remarkably realize a moment in which they are allowed to shine.
The woman wisdom, women truth, for centuries were hidden, unsung, unwritten, and unheard, derided and forbidden. The Spirit's breath, the Spirit's fire, for free and slave descending, can tumble our dividing walls, our shame and sadness ending.
We read in the Gospel of Matthew. As the first day of the week was dawning, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to see the tomb. Suddenly there was a great earthquake, and an angel of the Lord came and rolled back the stone. They left the tomb quickly with fear and great joy, and ran to tell his disciples. Suddenly Jesus met them and said, "Greetings." They came to him, took hold of his feet, and worshiped him.
In one gospel, Mary Magdalene and her companions are silent with fear, but we know they found their voice because the good news of the tomb is proclaimed. We know they found their voice because we know the good news. The good news of the resurrected Jesus is our good news, the news we are compelled to proclaim on our mission of discipleship, our mission to attain the designation given to Mary Magdalene, realizing that we too must be apostles to the apostles.
The Spirit knows, the Spirit calls, by love's divine ordaining, the friends we need to serve and lead, their power and gifts unchaining. The Spirit knows, the Spirit calls, from women, men, and children, the friends we need to serve and lead, rejoice and make them welcome.
We read in the Gospel of John, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb and saw that the stone had been removed. She ran to Simon Peter and the other disciple and said to them, "They have taken the Lord." Then Peter and the other disciple set out toward the tomb. Mary stood weeping outside. She bent over to look into the tomb and saw two angels who said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She replied, "They have taken away my Lord." She turned and saw Jesus, but did not know it was him. "Woman, why are you weeping?" he asked. Supposing him to be the gardener, Mary said, "Sir, tell me where you have laid him, and I will take him away." Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned and said to him in Hebrew, "Rabboni," which means teacher. Jesus said to her, "Do not hold on to me. Go to my brothers and say to them, I am ascending to my Father, and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary Magdalene went and announced to the disciples, "I have seen the Lord."